Welcome friends, this is Retro Dave, and today we're gonna see and learn everything about hard drives. You know, hard drives is the storage of a PC or laptop, okay? And it's the internal storage, not the external one. If you referring to external storage, you probably mean something like those kind CD, DVD, USB flash drives, or for example this one, SD cards, and of course there were a lot of stuff in the past. Stuff like diskettes. For example, this diskette is 3 inches. It was quite popular in 1985 until 1990, something like this, and it was used by Amstrad and some other companies also. The storage inside was 128 kilobytes in each side, both sides diskettes, okay? Also in 80s we had this one side diskette. This diskette is 5 inches and 0.25, and the storage was 1.2 megabyte. Cool diskette, but as you see it's very thin, not good, not usable, because you could let's say destroy it really easily. So that wasn't the deal. And of course we had those those type of diskettes. We have two actually versions of this diskette, the double density and high density. Double density is about 720 kilobytes, and high density is about 1 megabyte, 440 kilobytes. Big, good diskette. The computers use it until 2005, 2006, I think, but there are still some people who are still using it, even in the airports. Yeah, it seems unbelievable, but yes, they are still use this type of diskettes. Well, what else we had? We had this removable, okay? This one is zip drive, 100 megabyte. It was a good diskette. You see, it's more fat than the ordinary discs, and a lot of megabyte, 100 megabytes. It was huge storage for this time, but my friends, these were extremely expensive, so it wasn't good for and of course not for everyone, because of the price, very high price, not usable. Those things were cassettes. You probably know those cassettes like this one, okay? For music, but this wasn't for music. This cassette was made for games or some applications, okay? In early 80s, the computers used more cassettes, okay? So if you had a machine that could play these cassettes, you could connect it to your computer, and by playing this cassette, you will start playing a game. Of course, you need to wait. The loading time was about 20 minutes, so you should just stay there, press play, and just wait for 20 minutes, listen to stuff like this, okay? Not quite usable too, but also we had internal drives, and I'm gonna show you something really old, something really rare. Okay, the internal drives, named are hard drives, hard disks. made to have all our information inside the computer. No need to remove this information. The other stuff was quite good to write something inside and take it with you. The internal drive staying inside the computer. And we had, of course, those, look at these guys. Oh, you see how heavy it is? Oh, it's extremely heavy. And this type was one of the first hard drives. And I have it, yes I have it. And in my exhibition, when this Corona stuff is over, you will have the chance to see this for real. Also, after that, the size and the height was still, get lower, because we needed to have hard drives not 2 or 3 kilos like this, but smaller size and less wide. Like this one. This one is extremely old too, something from the 80s. You see, it's huge. Depending. Okay, just compare this stuff with an ordinary. You see the difference? Wow. Okay, and this is with, let's say, more modern in the 80s. The other is the late 70s or early 80s. This one, which is this, it's more like a brick, guys. It's quite heavy. Wow. Leave on. Okay, so let's see something else. After those type of hard drives, which were quite heavy, the size were starting to we had hard drives with less size, less wide, and more fast, bigger capacity and faster. Like this one, for example, this hard drive, you see this? Of course, all those hard drives were connected to the main board, the motherboard, with cables. Okay, one cable to get to take power, and one to connect with the main board. This interface name, the name of this interface is ATA. Okay. The hard drives after the early 90s started, to not to reduce the size, but to become more fast, to become more bigger in capacity, I mean, and faster. The ATA interface, which were quite famous until 2005, if I'm right, started, slowly to become faster. I mean, inside this hard drive, I have it open. You see, it's something like a turntable. Okay, the DJs are playing like this. It's exactly the same. It's like a CD here and a pin, and the pin reads and writes inside this small disc. Okay, that was good, but it has the problem with it is where that no matter how fast the turntable was working, you still had problems. You had limited functionality, limited speed, and a lot of errors. Every hard drive were it was very unstable. So we started to invent other types of hard drives. We started first of all from 2005 and on, we use this SATA, not ATA, SATA. These SATA drives, the interface were the same like this one. Inside there were disks still, but the interface was faster, quite faster. I mean the speed became 2 or 3 or 4 times more than the normal SATA drives. Of course, we had SATA 1, SATA 2 or SATA 3 interfaces. Okay? Moreover, in laptops we use these hard drives. These hard drives, as you see, we call it 2.5 inches and this one is 3.5 inches. You see the difference? Okay? Those were exactly the same like the big ones, but the difference were they were quite smaller in size and you can put it inside a laptop or even a computer. After that we have the SSD drives from 10 years and on. Since 10 years and on, the SSD drives were the same size like this, but faster, and they didn't have any mechanical parts inside. They didn't use those discs as you see. And still, these have discs. The SSD drives didn't have something like this. It was quite electronic and a lot faster. And right now they're using another type of hard drive, which is M2. This one, like a small card. You see that? This, like a small card. The good thing about this is that the size is even less, but also they are quite faster, and especially the new generation of M2, which is NVMe. Remember the name NVMe? It's at least 20 or more times faster than normal SSD drives. So it was very powerful. Okay, it is very powerful. This is the future, guys. We might see retro stuff, but sometimes we are going to refer into the future also, because I am teacher, I am IT, so I need to understand and compare all the technology. Okay, so that was our today lesson, let's say, about hard drives. Okay, if you have any question, you can send me in my email retrodavegr@gmail.com or just in the comments. Feel free to use it. Okay, see you guys and keep it up.